Coppola from Massage Pro C.E. and I'm here today at Oakworks to talk about Lomi Fusion and also a new discovery I found through Oakworks. What is this wonderful discovery I found? Well, if you do Lomi and you take off that bottom sheet and you're getting your arms underneath the table, sometimes students are telling me, well, I'm concerned about my table, getting messed up, or the vinyl is too cold, from the table, or they're not sure the client's going to like it, or their table has little scratches and holes in it. Well, Oakworks makes a fitted table cover, isn't that great, where you can put your heating blanket directly underneath. It firmly and securely goes around your table. The cover gets warmed up, so when your client is laying directly on it, they're not on the cold table any longer. And if you have all those little nicks in your table, well, now you're not going to get caught up in them. I also found out that these covers are used in some of the spa treatments that aren't so watery, like your salt scrubs and all. So the other nice thing is they resist some of the water and oil, although it could stain slightly, not as much as probably the cover that you have on your table. So, really nice added advantage of utilizing this rather than having your client directly on your table. So again, nice and fitted. Put your heating blanket under there. Some people have biomats and other things and extra cushioning. All can go under here. Pull it across. You don't have to use your fitted sheets anymore, and you don't have to put them directly on your table. So now, let's talk about this Lomi Fusion. Lomi Fusion is a combination of teaching you more about Maka'ala, heightened awareness, and about how to move the body into all the different spaces that the client may need when they're receiving Lomi. So Lomi Fusion is for people that have taken at least a basic course in Lomi, and so they understand the principles about the Hawaiian culture. They understand what Hawaiian restorative healing is all about, and they have learned how to utilize their breath and their body mechanics to build more mana, the spiritual energy that we work with. Lomi Fusion now is going to give you more of the techniques that you have asked for. So Lomi actually consists of over 48 modalities, and that even includes nutrition, herbal remedies, community, and laughter. So when you're giving your client their Lomi treatment, and you're beginning to feel that their body wants to move, we're going to help you learn how to be comfortable and safe with those movements on the table. So my model, Bobby here, has been gracious enough to come today and allow for us to just play with her body. So right now, her body doesn't want to move back and forth too easily. Could I push her? Sure I could, but that's not what this is about. So we're going to work on her body for a while, and we're going to get some joint movements opened up and maybe do some stretches. And so in Lomi, you're going to see a lot of joint movement. You're going to see compressions. You're going to see stretches. But in Lomi Fusion, you're going to learn how to use them, when to use them, and appropriately use them. So if our client has been on the table for about an hour, and we turn them over into the supine position, we're going to find that their body is going to want to move into spaces a lot easier once they're all nice and relaxed from those long flowing, beautiful strokes we've done. And so we're going to do a little more compressions up here on her body and open this up. I've got my hand right along the anterior delt. I'm going to compress down. I'm going to drop her hand all the way forward so my hand actually sinks in here deeper And I'm going to lift this up. Underneath my hand, I can feel that muscle kind of torquing. I want to feel it just until it's about a nice stretch, and then I'm going to glide my hand off. So I compress, drop, lift, and glide off. And this can open up those spaces really nice. You'll also see in Lomi Lomi vibrational techniques. You might see us shaking and shaking and shaking a joint for quite a while so that energy can move through, and also for any other deposits, calcification that may have happened in these joints. We want to loosen it up and we want to get it out. And those that have studied Lomi know, what am I doing? I'm going to work with my breath to move the energy out of their body. Now you might find that in doing a lot of these techniques, bone setting is going to happen. And things will go back into natural alignment. You're going to find too that you as the practitioner don't have to work physically as hard because we're working with the body. So in Lomi Fusion, I'm going to help you fine-tune how to work with the body, not against it. I'm going to take her into some nice stretches and get some good fascial openings. Open this shoulder joint a little more. How are you feeling? Good. And because we have this cover on, I don't have to worry about my table getting all oily. I don't have to worry about my client getting cold because the heating element is on right now. I'm going to go down her spine, and I'm going to lift and shake a little bit using some acupressure points and getting movement in the joints of her spine. And clearing the energy. So if you've studied Reiki, you might say, oh, some of the things that you're mentioning or seeing look like Reiki. I'm going to pause and just listen to her body. And I'm going to come up to her head now because I'm being guided right up into the top of her head. I'm going to caress her cranium and her frontal bone. And if you study cranial sacral or polarity, you'll say, oh, that looks like one of those techniques. It's kind of like a cranium cradle. And I'm going to work with her, not only the energy, but the fascia along the spine. So in Lomi Fusion, we'll teach you how to tune into this and how to get a better connection with that deep fascial tissue, what you can do to open it, and how you can monitor this energy moving up and down the spine. Because it's important that we get spinal movement because all the nerves come off there. So you can begin to understand and see how this is a powerful tool, this Hawaiian restorative healing. And the main purpose is to bring balance into the body, or lokahi. And it's not just through the physical techniques. It's through coaching your client about bringing balance into their life. And that means spiritually, nature, and family and community. It's teaching them how to use their breath. So take a nice deep breath in for me, fully into your abdomen. Exhale through your mouth. And while they're breathing, that's when we, the practitioner, catch that wave and take them into new spaces. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been on tables. Oh, nice bone adjustment. where therapists will take me into some of these moves, and it hurts. Has that happened to you? Well, it shouldn't really hurt. Most of this should come easy if you're paying attention. And so in Hawaiian tradition, the practitioner studies a lot about themselves. They learn how to be in tune with body, mind, spirit. They learn what it means to be maka'ala and to bring it into your life, but especially your body work too. And then we pause. After we've worked a region, we want to pause. We want to let the body assimilate the information that you have just put into their nervous system and give it time to set into those new spaces rather than rushing to another space. In this space, we make sure that we're still grounded and connected. So we're going to work on those tools too in this class. And then we're going to listen, heighten those listening skills. What is the body asking for next? And where does it want me to go? We're always going to clear the energy, not only off their body, but energy transfers. And we don't want to own it and take it into our own body. Because if you've ever gone home at the end of a day and you find that you're tired or you've taken on the symptoms of your client, well, then that energy has transferred into you. So in Lomi Fusion, we're going to also make sure that you really understand how to clear that out and why it really is so important. And so some people might not believe that that happens. But take a look at yourself in your practice for the next week and notice, does your body hurt more than normal? Are you tired? Are you feeling a little more emotional? Because maybe, just maybe, you took on a little bit of what your client brought in. And so we're going to teach you how to clear this out. So I put our model into what in Thai yoga would be like a half tree position. And because I'm using the Prolux convertible table, if I needed to lower the table or raise it, I could do that. And again, we're going to compress and roll. You okay with that pressure? Compress and roll. Tune into her tissue. Don't go beyond the barriers. And we could always integrate and tie in your long flowing strokes so the body still feels whole and connected, so that you're still nurturing them and you're still moving energy through. So why did I move her leg in this position at that point in time? Well, while I was doing my breath, I was using my breath to tune into her energy, and this is what it was telling me to do. So in Lomi Fusion, we help you master these tools. How to pay attention, when to move the body, how to do it safely. We get comfortable with draping at the same time we're moving the body so that we don't have to stop. And everything can feel smooth and graceful, just like the dance that you learned in some of your initial trainings. So now I'm listening to all the movements of her joints, where they want to go, how do they want to get there, and what's going to give her the most opening in this space and time. Well, her body's asking for a little bit of vibration. And we'll bring her back down, supporting the back of the knee. Clearing the energy out. and finishing with some of your nice long flowing strokes. So Lomi Fusion is about teaching you, the practitioner, to become more in tune with the body as you are moving it into the spaces that it's ready to go. For more information on these classes, you can go to my website at www.massageprocE.com. Thank you for joining us today.